Okay, so $1,300 iPad rocking chair lets you charge while you're reading. Is there a future in furniture that charges all your shit? Like curtains you can Skype with, a toaster that can tweet, refrigerator that orders groceries based on how much cheese you have left. Would this chair, the rocking chair called the iRock, would this chair be useful to you?
I don't know if I'd be willing to pay $1,300 for a rocking chair that also charged my e-reader. That's a little much.
Maybe it can speak as well. Like it's got speakers like robot voice. Your thing has charged.
Does it also read to me while I'm sitting there?
Yeah.
No.
Does it have speakers, or is it just? Because I feel like that's just a very expensive charger.
Yeah, it's got speakers.
I know.
Well. I don't think the speakers do anything, but they've got speakers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could take my iHome onto my rocking chair, and it'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
Put an extension cord on it.
Yeah.
Sit out in the yard.
Mm-hmm. I think the idea of the kinetic energy of whatever you're doing charging your device is really interesting. Like if there was exercise equipment that you could use to charge your iPod, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I think that'd
to encourage people to exercise.
That'd be solved by having USB ports in everything. I think that's it. That's all you need, really. I don't see why you have to pay $1,300 for a damn chair.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got a dock though. It's got a dock, so that's worth the price.
The chair itself is pretty novel. It's novelty stuff. But to go on your question a little deeper, I definitely think it's the future of things, like your fridge having a 13-inch touchscreen on it so that you can access your Twitter through that as you're going through food or whatever. I don't know exactly how to do it, and it'll probably take 20 or 30 years before the technology and prices cross at the right point for it to be everywhere. But convenience, right? So if you don't have to walk over to your computer and you can do it from where you are in the kitchen, I think that would work, especially if the price is the same, you know.
How lazy are we that we need a fridge that you can tweet on? Tweeting, I'm out of cheese, and then
not the tweeting, but if they made a refrigerator that could keep track of what was in it by itself, and then order whenever you were low, if they could get it at an affordable price point, everyone would buy that.
Yeah, or at least print out your grocery, Like if I wanted to say, oh, I want this, this, and this, or these are my menus for the week, and have it print out your grocery list. That'd be pretty cool.
Have you seen that fridge that's kind of like this green gooey thing where you reach in, you put your groceries in, and then you can take it out? It's like a refrigerated goop. It's just like a wall of goop, and you can put your stuff, like your bananas and stuff in there, and then
That's weird.
Technology, the 21st century.
Yeah.
Isn't this amazing?
Your fridge will recommend new recipes for you based off the food that's in there.
And it'd be like Jamie Oliver's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So going on to that price, would it make sense to exclude the bonus features like the dock and the speakers, and just find a way to lower that price? And if it was much, much cheaper, would you buy this thing? Or would you need to know what the quality of the chair is?
You know what? If it costs an extra $50, yeah, I'd buy it. Why not?
Okay.
Who cares if you never use it, right?
Yeah.
If you use it once or twice, you can show it off to your friends, I guess. I don't know. Why not?
Yeah.
If I'm sitting out there and my phone is almost dead, rather than get up and go in the house to plug it in, I can just stick it right there. I'm not saying I would use it all the time, but probably I don't know.
I'd probably say I would buy it if it was like $50. I'd probably do it, just because looks like a pretty good chair, and I don't know. It's just good that you have that kind of functionality, and also that it can rock. That's pretty sweet. So you're reading and it's like, that's nice. I like that. What about you two?
I don't know. I feel like the idea behind it is really interesting, but I don't know if I would buy that specific product. I really like the idea of using your own energy to charge things, but I don't know.
Yeah, Liz?
If it was $100 or something like that, that'd be fine. But I sit outside at night. Why do I need a charger for all that stuff?
Yeah, but it's a rocking chair.
I don't have a need. for it. I could see if it was like, a computer chair maybe. Like, I know that I could probably plug it into whatever port or whatever on my computer, but at the same time it's like, okay, if you're gonna be techie, you're gonna be techie inside probably. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like if the chair was made by Sony, I'd probably buy it because Sony's a really good company, even though they don't make chairs. I mean, this thing has technology in it, therefore Sony should make it. That'd be nice. So, yeah, quickly linking back to the topic of augmented reality, would it at some point be sane to bundle the furniture with features like this, as we were saying with the fridge and the touchscreen and telling you all that stuff? And yeah, the built-in generator would be really cool. Like, if you have a power outage, you'd still be able to charge your stuff. That's cool. Yeah, but general thoughts to end on, really?
I think people dealing with Hurricane Sandy aftermath would love it right now.
Yeah.
And it would be a way for the world to kind of keep in touch. I mean, say something really bad did happen and the power was knocked out across the country or something. People need to nowadays. You almost need to be connected to the internet to get news and stuff like that. So if you have these sort of analog ways to stay connected and chance and bad, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Fantastic. All right, so we're good on the chair. We're all going to buy the chair. We'll put some money together and buy the chair.
For $1,300.
We'll pool our money together.
Exactly. We'll start a Kickstarter on this chair.
Yes. Yeah.
Let 4 hungry
We're going to start a Kickstarter. Buy us this chair.
Yeah. We'll review it for you. Come on out.
Well, all your friends are panicking because the tornadoes ruined everything. You'll just be rocking on your rocking chair. My iPad's charged.
Yeah, exactly. It's connected to the 4G network, Yep. So bad.
Okay. I just added this in before, but it's this. Right. So there's this book called Shuffle, and it's written by this guy called Christopher Rickaby, and essentially the idea is that you have chapters that can be read in any order, like shuffled like an iPod playlist. Is this not the coolest thing you've ever heard? And would you read a collection of short stories that were assembled like this?
I think it's crazy cool. Like, I like this idea a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
What's the difference between this and just a collection of short stories?
Well,
that's what I was thinking about.
I don't know.
I think it's more that the short stories are interconnected short stories, and you can read them in any order.
Yeah, they're all connected, and I think they've all got. I couldn't really. They didn't really explain it properly, but they've all got different like you can shuffle the start and end of them. So I don't know what that means, whether or not there's a start and an end to this collection of short stories, or how that works. But apparently they're all standalone, which is pretty impressive. Honestly, it's cool. It's a cool idea. I mean, something different, something innovative. But
I know I've picked up, and I'm not trying to bash your guys' enthusiasm. I've just picked up a lot of short story collections and didn't necessarily read them in order, But I guess the fact that they're all connected in a way is cool.
Yeah, I imagine it would be. I mean, they didn't really explain it properly in this article, but I'd imagine they're all interconnected.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sense I got from it.
Liz, do you have any thoughts on this collection? Do you reckon it's a cool idea?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Fantastic. All right. Confirmation. Liz really likes this collection.
Liz is going to blurb this collection. Yeah, sure.
Endorsed by Liz.
But it's just like embellished.
Okay, so other ways to play around with the format. How do you feel about adding incentives to finish a book, like your Kindle or Nook has achievement points based on how many books you've read, and some books are worth more points at a certain time of year. So, like, a Halloween book is worth more at Halloween. What do you reckon of that?
Gold star, you finished a book. Like, it's back to the first grade when they're like teaching, or kindergarten when they're teaching you how to read, and it's like, oh good, you finished a book, and it's like, do we really need that?
I still want Gold Star. I think they're a cool idea. I like Gold Star.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like the whole idea.
I don't think it's going to do much.
Other sort of like bookish social media sites sort of do this already, like not to the extent that you're talking about, but like you get. You get like your yearly challenge of how many books you want to read per year, and
I know Dean's going to disagree with this. Go ahead, Dean.
No, I not necessarily disagree, but like there's two ways you can look at it. It's either one, like you're going to get some cool prize at the end, like the Book It program here in the U.S. I don't know if you've ever had that, but like little kids, if they read 4 books in a month, they get a little pan pizza from Pizza Hut for free.
That is
but like, but if that's the case, but like how many kids got their parents to just sign off that they read the books even if they didn't? And that's what's going to happen with the Kindle. You offer something cool, people just keep pressing the button until they get to the end. Or it won't offer any kind of cool prize, which then makes me think like I play a lot of video games, and PlayStation tried to do this where they set up like this trophy thing where like whenever you did certain achievements in a game, you'd get a trophy. So if you killed 30 people using this certain type of gun, you get a trophy. You beat this level, you get a trophy. But there's like so many trophies that it like doesn't even mean anything. I just see the little thing pop up that I got a trophy, and it's like, okay, like nobody ever talks about trophies. Nobody cares. It's just kind of a dumb add-on thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I noticed that actually. Whenever I play a game, there's like a trophy, and I'm like, I don't care because I don't get anything.
Right,
I get them all.
It doesn't
like,
mean anything.
Yeah, so I think it's a cool little, like a lot of people, like you'd underestimate how people love those trophy things, and it's like that's they dedicate all their time to collecting.
Like if you're a very goal-oriented person, I think that's the sort of thing that like directly hits the pleasure centers of your brain. But like if you're not, then
so apparently books need to hit the pleasure centers of your brain now.
Yeah, but like you also have like sites like Get Glue where you if you check into a certain TV show when like the day it airs, you get a sticker, and like after you gain so many stickers, they'll send you like physical copies of those, which is pretty cool.
That is cool
because you can put them on like.
I noticed that Get Glue thing you got, but I had no idea what it was because I kept clicking it, and it's like I'm watching this show. Great, awesome.
Yep. I just like using it because I'm like, let's get a sticker today. So that would be my
well done.
whole idea behind it.
I'm glad you're getting stickers.
Good job, Liz. Pat on the head.
Awesome, so we're all reading books, we're all getting stickers. Okay. So, what about, this is just my little thing, I don't really think this is much to do. Like, it's adding on to playing around with the form, right? And I like this idea because I came up with it as much as ego, like, out here. So, like, you can heighten the experience of reading a book by adding in ambient music in the background and page graphics, like something's taking place in a forest. You can have the outer edges have like a leafy border. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'd really think that would kind of let you be what's the word? Involved.
More immersed in the story.
Immersed. That's one. Yeah, immersed in the story. So, what do you reckon of that?
I feel like I've heard about this before. Like enhanced ebooks. They have.
Oh my god, I ripped off something apparently.
You weren't quick enough, dude. Enhanced ebooks that like play sound effects and music in the background while you're reading that are tailored to the story. I can't remember the name of the company that did it. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't think non-distracting stuff is good. You do not want to add something in that would distract you. Ambient music is good because it's just constant. It's very low, it's just to increase the mood. It's not to do anything else. If you add in sound effects, like you read like a gunshot and then like boom, it's like ah. Okay.
Yeah, especially if you're in a public place and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking about like audiobooks that do that, and yeah, that would be pretty cool because it kind of gets you in that mood of like, okay, this is a very heightened scene. This person is doing this, or because the Beautiful Creatures series by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stoll, like their audiobooks, it's got like thunder and rain and stuff like that, so it's a little bit different, and they have like a song in their book, and so like you actually get to hear the song in the audiobook, and it's kind of haunting, but it's cool to have those kind of features maybe.
Yeah, I have.
As long as they're not distracting.
I have something called Fighting Fantasy on my tablet. I just got one of them. It was really cheap. And basically, it's a book by Ian Livingstone. Here, I'll flip my camera real quick. This book is like basically the whole novel is there, and every time a zombie appears, like there'll be like this little UI that just shows you can battle the zombie. Webcam control. Okay, let me just go into this thing. Where are the options? No, that's not right. It's a forest. Hang on.
I could see the screen just fine. I don't know from where.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
showing up. Yeah. It says Blood Zombies.
Yeah. That's
Ian
it.
Livingstone. Yeah.
So essentially, you're going through this thing, and it's like keeping track of your score while you're reading the book, and I think it's a really cool idea. It's a bit too much for me. Like I don't really want to have to worry about getting killed by a zombie while I'm reading a book. I just want the music in the background and to be able to read with the cool border. That's all there is. That's there, and they just added all this extra shit, and it's just confusing and stupid. But I like the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones I've heard about have been like Moby Dick, and then there's like sea sound effects of like waves and seagulls and stuff, and like ambient music in the background while you're reading, and that does sound really cool. Like, I don't read a lot of ebooks, and like enhanced ebooks kind of offer me an incentive to start because that's something I can't get from a physical book.
Yep. Any last thoughts before we move on? Nope. Do you like books as they are? No? Yes, no? No?
I like books.
Yeah, I like
books. Books are good.
Yeah, the books are good.
I think we're all strongly pro-book.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm not pro-reading, but I'm pro-book. I like books. They're good.
I just keep them around. Build forts out of them.
Nice.